In 2010, the recession and reduced revenue forced Stanislaus County to eliminate funding for the Clean and Sober Living program, designed to let women in substance abuse recovery live with their kids in a controlled environment. It could have meant more kids in foster care and more families on the street, but a unique partnership formed to raise enough money to apply for federal grants to keep the program alive.
Redwood Family Center was founded in 2003 under a faith-based organization called Interfaith Ministries.
Back in 08-09, we experienced some really severe budget cuts.
And it actually got to the point where our child welfare system and our mental health system in Stanislaus County was going to have to close clean and sober housing funding and not be able to fund Redwood Family Center.
It was not a mandated service from child welfare, although we understood that clean and sober was critical to a woman being successful because it provided a safety net for her as she went through treatment and a safe place that she could live with her kids.
We were making the best of the poor decisions we had because, general fund money, we were just flat out of money. And so we decimated our sheriff's department 25%, and we couldn't make the match required to pull down federal funds. And so we made that decision, which we thought was best at the time, which cut out, $3 million in federal drawdown.
And that is when an opportunity arose and a group of faith-based community leaders and a group of local business leaders got together, formed a board and incorporated and purchased the facilities for Redwood Family Center, and then started conversations in collaboration with county supervisors and county senior leadership to see if there's a way that the faith-based community and the private business community could do some fundraising and maybe inject some funds into the county so that they could apply for match dollars for federal grants.
So that's great, that's a lot of money, and it just dawned on me to start asking questions. Hey, is it possible for them to use private money to draw down federal funds? Well, yes and no. It turned out they needed to donate money to the county. The county then was able to put that towards drawdown, and it was just a win-win.
They were motivated by the care that they have for the community, for people who are not as blessed as they are in life circumstances.
Stanislaus County, we're a pretty poor county when you look at, median income and what people have. But we have some very generous companies.
We're here because this is our home, and the people that live here love their community and want to make it better.
Valley Recovery Resources was incorporated in 2011 and took over providing services at Redwood Family Center. The money that we were able to raise for match dollars for the county enabled the county to draw back about $3.3 million from federal grants. It enabled Redwood Family Center to continue to receive its funding, and it enabled Stanislaus County to hire back many social workers that were being laid off in the system and bring back many services that they were losing.
The women and children that are served in clean and sober living are women that are involved in the child welfare system. They've either had their children removed from them because of abuse or neglect, or they're at very high risk of having their kids removed. That does allow them to get the treatment that they need, the services that they need, and be able to stay in a safe environment with their kids.
We have 25 women here in this facility, and we have a second facility on the other side of town that has another 25 women. Often there's about 50 children per house, so 25 women, 50 children in the home. We staff the facilities with 2 staff on each shift. We have a crisis center, a children's crisis center locally that comes in and provides children's crisis services for us. We have a relationship with child welfare, of course. We report to social workers and help coordinate their court cases. We have a faith-based marriage and family therapist organization called Wellsprings that comes in and provides individual counseling for extremely low rates. We have drug and alcohol treatment that's helping, that is evidence-based specifically for women with women's gender needs and women's socioeconomic needs and women's child care needs. We have parenting programming happening. We have volunteers and mentors that are coming in and just working with the women. We have domestic violence classes that are happening, and all of our women are going out and participating in the community and volunteer situations for economic building, resume building, so that when they leave here, hopefully they have viable housing options and viable employment options.
Every child deserves an opportunity to thrive and to be in a place in which they can do that and see their full potential. And what I love about the Redwoods is that it provides an opportunity for hope and for healing. The women that come here, they have no hope. They don't have a support system. They're having dependencies on chemicals that is destroying their families. And so what Redwoods offers is a place where they can start the healing process. They can bring their kids alongside of them in the healing process, and it can be reunited back as a family. And that is what is amazing about Redwoods.
When I had my 4-month-old, I was doing drugs with her and I had no prenatal care. So when I had her, she was pos-tox. At first it was hard, like a lot getting used to, you know, like different lifestyle. Nothing I was used to. Like, you know, I was not used to rules, not used to structure in my life. I like it here now, you know, like I love it here. Like I have friends here, and like if I have problems, you know, like I could talk to the staff here or one of my peers.
They welcomed me with open arms. I knew I needed some help. I had just had my kids, I have twins. I did really good through the program, and then I got out and I went to an environment that wasn't good for me. And I started drinking again, and so I came back because I needed the help, and I knew this was the place to go for the help that I needed.
I'm learning who I really am, you know, and I'm learning how to be a better parent, deal with everyday situations.
Being an addict, you need to keep your mind focused on positive things and find balance in life. You come here and you have, you know, you learn routine and you learn just family life.
I really want to see life transformation. It's what motivates me, and when I can see a woman who is struggling and is separated from her children, if I can help in that process of helping them get healthy and reuniting a family, I want to provide resources and time.
That part is just the best. I took a tour through one of the facilities and got to talk to some of these young women. And just incredible how they talk about how it's changed their lives. They've cleaned up their act, and they're doing it for their children and themselves.
Stanislaus County is unique in many ways in terms of the strong partnerships and relationships that we have with our service providers, but also with the faith community and the business community.
There's not very many options, you know, around for a mom to bring their kids.
If I wouldn't have came into program, I would more than likely not have my kids right now.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. Honestly, I really don't.
We spend so much money of our county budget treating symptoms of what's going on in our community. And here we're getting to the root of the problem and finding a cure for some people who then we won't have to spend our county resources on in the future.
It's hard to express in words because it's kept me and my family together. You know, I got to keep my kids, and learning how to be a mom, just an independent woman, you know, and I feel great. And a lot of people don't realize how much time and effort is spent, you know, on us, and a lot of it comes out of their own time or their own pockets. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart.